Hello and welcome everyone back to the channel, and the focus of this channel is lowering our debt, cutting our bills, increasing our net wealth. One of the first steps to doing that is increasing our income with $50,000 in Doordash income alone this year. Today is Friday, February the 13th, and our goal is to work for 8 hours and make $120, which shouldn't be too rough on a Friday evening. It took us a little bit to get started here. We had some other things to take care of, and then also when we went out to get the car all ready and started and everything, it didn't want to start, which was kind of strange. So that has me a little bit worried there, but we'll kind of keep an eye on it as we go tonight. The first order that we got was Popeye's Louisiana Chicken, $7.55 going 1.8 miles, so a pretty decent order to start out with. Hopefully we have a lot better day than we had the last couple, because those were a little rough on making some money. When I first turned on the Doordash app, there was a different notification from normal as far as telling you to navigate towards a zone, where the hotspot is and stuff like that. So this is the old way of showing it, and this is the new way of showing it. It's strange, so we'll have to see how that plays out, because with a Friday night I should have order back to back. I'm going to continue to do what I normally do, the places that I normally go, the places that I normally sit. Now when I worked on Wednesday night, I didn't have any sit time. They were very low ball orders, very low dollar orders. However, I was constantly moving. Every single time I would kind of come back into town, then I would get another order. Every single time that I would come towards the restaurants, I would get another order. But without having to actually sit in their parking lots or anything. So that was pretty good. All right, well, I thought that felt like an awful long wait. $5.10 going 4 miles, 4.8 miles, I believe. So not a great order. So when I dropped that order off, I was probably about a mile outside of the normal town proper, I guess you could call it. And I noticed something that looked a little different on the Doordash app. There was only like 2 hotspots. Now normally there was like 3, 4, 5 hotspots. Now what a hotspot is that's a restaurant or a place that is getting more orders than other places. Now there's 2 ways that you can kind of look at that. Again, we can only speculate what's actually in the Doordash algorithm, but is a hotspot a place where it has gotten multiple orders in the last half hour, so it's more likely that people are ordering from there and more likely that people will order soon? Or is it something that DoorDash knows that there's an order in the system, so they're like, head there and we'll give you an order? Now the only flawed part with that is it usually says that DoorDash will refresh the zone, the hotspot, every 10 minutes. So if that order was in there 8 minutes ago and it's already gone out, but you go there, then you're sitting there waiting for an order that'll never be there. Or is this actually what I've been feeling for the last year, that you constantly get fed orders for 2 or 3 specific restaurants during your DoorDash shift? Like there are certain days where I get only Culver orders or Arby's orders or something. Other days I'll get Qdoba orders. So let's say out of my 30 orders in a normal day, 15 of those orders come from 3 specific restaurants. The other 15 are spread out amongst maybe a couple of the gas stations and all the other restaurants somehow combined. So you can tell a very targeted approach towards a couple of restaurants every single time that you work. Is that what we're seeing now on this app? I don't know. If you DoorDash, let me know your thoughts. Well, we got another order. It's not the greatest. $7.85 going 10.1 miles. It's an order. It's some money. I saw something that I thought was a little bit odd. You let me know what you think. When I was picking up the order from Kentucky Fried Chicken, I noticed something very strange. So I get out of my car. Parked next to me is this pickup truck. Now, In the bed of this pickup truck are a couple of McDonald's bags, the type that go only to delivery drivers like Doordashers, because they have seals on them. They were opened and tossed in the back. And the license plate was from a different county. So I'll come right out and say it. I think that Doordasher is stealing food. And why do I think that? So everything could be on the up and up. They could just be, maybe they didn't read The Richest Man in Babylon. Maybe they didn't see my shorts on The Richest Man in Babylon. Go check those out. Because they could have just gotten DoorDash delivered to them right before they headed out, got in their vehicle, drove past 2 other McDonald's to come to a different county to work. And then also got a soda from a gas station called a Big Gulp, which is really huge. One of those drinks that kind of lasts you all day long, if you like sodas. And so there's all of those things kind of tied together there, which seem a little bit odd. But maybe they're just wanting to waste money. Here's my thought. This DoorDasher understands how a couple of restaurants work. So you pick a restaurant or two that just sets the food on the counter and the employee walks away. So if there's no other DoorDasher around, you can look at your phone, make it look like you're being a DoorDasher doing that, and take the bag of food. Go, eat it, toss it in the back of your truck. I've been around enough mischievous people in my life to know when certain things just don't really make sense. Like, somebody who lives in a different county drives past several McDonald's, would just have McDonald's delivered to their home address just before they hop in their vehicle, drive past several McDonald's to go to a different county to work. Interesting. So we're coming back into town and we get an order from Chick-fil-A. $9.35 going 7 miles. Not the best order, but it's an order. It's some money. And we got another order. Papa John's Pizza, $8 going 6.9 miles. Again, what is up with all these long mile orders this week? Well, it's 5 o'clock and we're stuck in traffic here on the main road. So I was just thinking about how the dollars are not quite matching. I'm like, man, it's Friday night and we did better on Wednesday. So I was thinking here in about a half hour, we will have been going for about 3 hours. We need to be at $45 and we're only at 30. When we complete this order, that'll kind of put us up there at 38. And man, we'll complete this order in about 15-20 minutes. So we're a little bit off our goal. I mean, not crazy, but for a Friday night, we should be well over our goal. And I was, man, stuck here in traffic. You kind of get a chance to think and everything. And then being we get an order, same place, Papa John's Pizza, $7.25 going 0.9 miles. That's a good add-on. We don't have to drive any extra miles. We get the $7. We'll probably have them all delivered by that 3-hour mark, which will put us right at $45. Well, we had to wait at Papa John's probably about 25 minutes. Oh my goodness, it was crazy long wait. And we just dropped off both of those pizza orders, and you know what? At 3 hours and 5 minutes, we're at $46. So we're right on track. So we just got another order from Papa John's. We're going to be picking up 2 orders, 6.3 miles, for $17.59. Now, we know we've had a little bit of a wait there, but again, that covers us for the next hour if we're planning on making $15 an hour. Yes, we did have to wait there at the Papa John's, but we got those both delivered, and we're at $64 in just less than 4 hours. So we're right on track. Okay, so we just got an order, $12.50 going less than 6 miles. Picking up at 2 different places, Jersey Mike's and Papa John's. I have a strange feeling they want us to be at Papa John's all night. Okay, so we got a really lowball order there from Papa John's. Now, we've been waiting all night long every time we go to Papa John's. $3.50. I was like, oh. But we went ahead and decided to take that order. It was ready as soon as we walked in. We took it. We dropped it off. As soon as we dropped that off, we got another order. This one is $13.20 going 8.6 miles. Now we're actually 5 miles away from Papa John's. So once we get to Papa John's, it's only 3 miles away. I'm sorry. Once we get to Wings, etc. I've been going to Papa John's all night long. If you are enjoying things, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, so that last order actually dropped off to my neighbor. And then as soon as we dropped that off, we got another order from Atomic Wings, $6.85, going a little more than 10 miles. A little rough order. And it was really difficult for me to accept the order because it kept trying to connect to my Wi-Fi at home. Oh, I had a little bit of difficulty trying to accept that order because it kept trying to connect to my Wi-Fi at home, and it just kind of kept spinning. It wouldn't quite connect. Yep, always good when the employees are just outside smoking. I wonder how this order's going to go. Well, that Atomic Wing order, that was pretty easy. The wings were actually ready whenever I got in there, so it was easy to pick up. Now, we did have to drive a ways, but it was straight on the interstate. We get right off at the next exit at the truck stop, and it was in the truck stop. The guy was a over-the-road driver, and he was actually very specific on the directions. He said he actually spelled it out, the color, the brand of the truck, exactly where he was on the lot. I love it when they do that because you can get in and out of there actually pretty quick on the truck stop, because obviously the expressway goes straight into it and then it goes straight back out of it. Now sometimes when I deliver to the truck stop, they'll just be like, I'm at the Pilot. Okay, I'm just driving around the parking lot like trying to find you. No, that ain't gonna work. Bro, there's 200 trucks in that parking lot. All right, as soon as we pulled off the expressway, we get another order, $9.35 going 4 miles from the Chick-fil-A. And the Chick-fil-A is right off of the expressway as soon as we pull into town. Okay, so as soon as we drop that order off, we get another order from Taco Bell. It's a little bit long, $10.25 going 12 miles, but we'll take it. Okay, so how did we do for Friday, February the 13th? Well, we wanted to work for 8 hours, make $120. Well, we worked for 6.5 hours. Doordash paid us $57.80. We made $64.09 in tips. That brought our total earnings to $121.89. We drove 139 miles, which meant that we got about 90 cents per mile. We would like those dollars to miles to be a little bit higher. We're still driving way too many miles for the dollars that we're bringing in, but we're still making money. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you like today's video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Take a look at our other content. If you enjoy it, then stick around, come back for some more. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, turn it to notify all, and you'll get notified next time we post another video. Thank you all so much, and everybody have a wonderful night.